From CBS News Bay Area, this is the Morning Edition.
The months-long writer's strike could be a step closer to a resolution. Why there's cause for optimism this morning in the entertainment industry. Oakland business owners and city leaders continue to be at odds over efforts to fight crime. Some saying they're ready to stage a boycott if more is not done.
I consider it a state of emergency. I've never seen Oakland this way before.
Crimes did not just happen overnight, and so it's going to take a little bit of time.
And as San Francisco tries to shift the way business is done in the financial district, some business owners won't be along for the ride. Good morning, and thanks for starting your day with us. Today is Sunday, September 24th. I'm Max Darrow. The ongoing strike between Hollywood writers and the studios could be nearing the end. The WGA and the association representing the studios are set to resume talks today, and industry trades reports they are close to a deal. CBS's Bradley Blackburn joins us live from New York this morning with more on where things stand. And Bradley, this situation, it's been going on for months now.
That's right, Max. The strike is nearing 150 days, with picket lines packed again yesterday as these marathon negotiations continue. But this is still not a done deal, even with both sides eager to reach an agreement. There is no Hollywood ending yet, but the stage is set for a potential deal between the Writers Guild of America and the Hollywood studios. Late Saturday, the two sides issued a short joint statement saying they'll meet again Sunday.
We're hearing that they're close, but that perhaps not as close as some of the press reports, which have suggested that it's all down to the drafting by the lawyers.
Variety and other trade publications report the studios have presented their best and final offer for a new 3-year contract. It comes after 4 days of negotiations that reportedly included the heads of Disney, Warner Brothers Discovery, Netflix, and Universal.
This was not the point they wanted. They thought they were going to, I think on both sides thought pretty much they're going to have this over by Thursday. It dragged a little bit into Friday. Now it's dragged further.
The writers' strike started in May and actors joined in July, with SAG-AFTRA launching its own strike. Together, they have frozen the entertainment industry. For writers, sticking points come down to residual pay, staffing in writers' rooms, and the use of artificial intelligence.
I do hope that I can get back to work and that it's over soon, but only with a fair contract.
These demands look at a world that has changed dramatically over the past decade, an industry that's changed dramatically.
Hollywood insiders say a deal with writers could help pave the way for actors. The Screen Actors Guild has said the studios will not meet with them to negotiate. By some estimates, these twin Hollywood strikes have cost the U.S. economy more than $5 billion, most of it in lost wages. And Max, of course, most of that loss felt in the state of California.
Absolutely. Bradley, just one more question for you. If writers do reach a deal here, what is this going to mean then for TV and film production?
Yeah, we would expect to see some immediate changes, Max. Talk shows in particular could go back on the air immediately, including the late night shows. And actors could appear as guests on those shows, but because the actor strike is still ongoing, it means that they wouldn't be able to talk about their movies or TV series. They can't promote them, even the ones that have already been filmed. So that's one reason that Hollywood studios are expected to hold off on releasing big films. And Max, we won't see new scripted TV series likely until 2024.
Wow, what a timeline. All right, we'll be watching closely. Thanks, Bradley Blackburn, live in New York for us this morning. Let's get on over to Darren Peck now with a quick check of our weather.
Okay, first thing on most people's minds in terms of the weather is the smoke in the air. We'll take a look at the high-resolution forecast on that and watch the majority of the smoke improve today. Onshore flow is going to clear out most of the smoke today, and then certainly all of it by tomorrow. By the way, pay no attention to that. That's coming from a fire in Stanislaus National Forest called the Quarry Fire, and the smoke's all going the other way. That one was never a problem. Waking up to the marine layer out there now, but we're going to see high clouds show up today as well. It's going to stay hazy, and with that, temperatures will stay below average. We'll be in the mid to upper 70s for most of those warmest inland valleys. See you with the whole forecast in a few minutes.
Police in Berkeley are investigating a stabbing that left one person dead and 2 others hospitalized. This happened in the Berkeley Hills area on Overlook Road near Latham Lane. Officers found a woman dead from what were seen as apparent stab wounds. Another woman was taken to the hospital, and we've also learned a man suffered injuries to his hands. Meanwhile, officers chased the suspect who was trying to get away in a stolen car. That chase came to an end 3 miles away at 9th and Gilman, where the car crashed. That suspect is now in jail. We spoke to a resident in the area who says she knew the woman who was killed.
All the neighbors are devastated. We all We all loved this neighbor very much. She was beloved. She was an artist. She made jewelry. She was a midwife. And we loved her. And we wish this was a nightmare. My son was home and we heard the scream and people chasing and yelling for help.
Police say this was a targeted attack. Oakland businesses are threatening to go on strike in 2 days if city leaders do not do something about crime. But Mayor Sheng Tao says she insists her administration is going as fast as it can. She and other city leaders came to Castlemont High on Saturday to listen for solutions. They say they need the community to partner with them to really curb this problem. Oakland native Don Abram wants to see community volunteers help patrol the streets. But still, around 200 Oakland businesses plan to shut down for a couple of hours on Tuesday to protest the conditions. For her part, the mayor said crime did not just go up overnight, but she has been on the city council since 2018, so she's pointing to recent progress.
Just this past week, we've announced that we're doubling the number of officers that you will see visibly walking around in the business corridors. More so than that, we have bait cars that are out there. We have also undercover units that are working around the bipping and other crimes.
Bipping, by the way, is a slang term for smash and grabs at cars. 300 new surveillance cameras will be installed throughout the city. In San Jose on Saturday, lots of girls turned out to learn about a career path that often flies under their radar. They got to hang out on the tarmac at Reed Hillview Airport, talking to women who work in aviation and inspecting a whole fleet of aircraft. Less than 6% of U.S. pilots in 2021 were women, and organizers from Saturday's International Girls in Aviation Day hopes it will inspire more girls to fly.
You come together to inspire young girls to become involved in aviation. I'd never been exposed to that, seeing a woman in a cockpit before, and so subconsciously I didn't even know that was an idea that I could do that.
San Jose State and its Women in Aviation Club was a leading organizer of the event. Now, at the same time, neighbors rallied across the street demanding that Reed Hillview be shut down. They say a new study shows that the leaded fuel burned by planes is harming children within a half a mile of the airport. Leaded fuel has been banned at Reed Hillview for 3 years, but demonstrators say some of the airplanes are still burning it. Some pilots say they do have to fill up with leaded fuel before coming into Hillview. There's a reason, though, that the engines need lead.
It protects the engine against misfiring, firing too soon, and burning the hole in the top of the piston. That's what can happen. It's very serious damage.
The lead has been banned, but the pilots will fly to Manila, they'll fly to Palo Alto, and they bring the leaded fuel back to our community. This is not fair. Our children need to be protected.
The pilots suspect the county wants to open up the land for housing development. Neighbors say they'd rather see a new public park. In San Francisco, the city is working to change the landscape of the financial district. They're trying to appeal to more than just weekday work crowds and hope to turn it into a destination that people will go out of their way to visit. But that means some of the businesses that relied on the weekday foot traffic are still coming up short. Our Betty Yu caught up with a man who owns 2 restaurants who says consolidating them was the only way to keep things going.
Lifelong restaurateur Humberto Jabin won't be walking into his 14-year-old restaurant Barbaco for service come September 30th. He said he made the painful decision to close the Financial District Italian restaurant for good because there simply weren't enough people coming in during the week when they're open.
It was in my mind already because, again, I noticed that we were just bleeding, and, but again, I didn't want to believe it. I didn't see the volume that we need even to break even, for that matter.
After a packed few days for the Dreamforce conference this month, momentum dropped off almost immediately. He says now Friday are the slowest days of the week. Before the pandemic, Barbaco did 150 covers for lunch and the same for dinner. Now he's seeing about a third of that.
You don't want to give up. You always hope that there is a new day. Until you realize you need to look at the numbers and the bank account, and you say, well, I don't think this is sustainable. So as hard a decision as it is a reality.
Perbacco is the older, more formal Italian sister restaurant next door. It was decently busy Saturday evening.
Well, Perbacco is doing well. Not overwhelmingly well, but we're doing well.
Considering the downtown office vacancy rate is sitting at around 30%.
To be honest with you, as a native San Franciscan and knowing what's going on downtown, I wasn't surprised.
Sad.
But it's very sad. However, I'm optimistic for the future of downtown San Francisco, totally.
Perbacco is one of Laura and Arnold Rothbert's favorite go-to restaurants in the city.
Well, for me, and I think for my husband, we firmly believe it's coming back. It's going to take time. We have to make a few changes in the city.
After next Friday, you'll find Umberto focusing all his energy at Perbacco.